Hello, friends. Today, we will dive into two very significant religious philosophies, that is, Buddhism and Jainism. First, we will explore the origins and the context of these religions, starting with the key figures Mahatma Buddha and Vardhaman Mahavir, both of whom were from the Kshatriya origins. Understanding the roots of this philosophy is very crucial for the competitive exams, let's say for CUT exam as well. So we will focus on Jainism, particularly the life and teachings of Vardhaman Mahavir in this video. Let's get started. Firstly, we will learn the origin in the context of the Jainism and Buddhism, why it emerged. Jainism and Buddhism emerged from a Shravan tradition, which emphasized asceticism and celibacy. These religions developed as a response to the rigid orthodox social system, which offered a little room for the personal and the social progress, as there were no upgradation in the social status allowed in the Varna system. This Shravan movement challenged the prevailing social norms and practices, offering a new spiritual path that emphasized personal enlightenment and ethical conduct over ritualistic traditions. Then Vardhaman Mahavir, the 24th Tirthankar. Let's talk about the Jainism and its central figure, Vardhaman Mahavir, who was the 24th Tirthankar. He lived from 539 to 467 BC. Mahavir renounced his princely life at the age of 30 and dedicated himself to asceticism. After 13 years of intense meditation and penance, he achieved the omniscience, the Keval Ganana, if Keval Gyan, and this enlightenment earned him the titles Mahavir and Jina, which means the great hero and the conqueror. Mahavir was born in Kundgram, now in Bihar, and passed away near Rajgir at the age of 72. Now, what are his teachings and philosophy? Mahavir's teachings revolve around three jewels, that are the three Ratnas: right faith, right knowledge, and right conduct. Adhering to these principles is believed to lead to liberation from the cycle of birth and death. There is a thought that the universal is eternal and it has no creator, like there is no God and world is without creator and everyone has a soul. Mahavir emphasized on ahimsa. He focused on the doctrine of ahimsa. The clergymen have to follow the doctrine of this non-violence, that is as the highest ethical standard. Other teachings that include in the right conduct, that is not to injure life, not to lie, not to steal, not to acquire property, not to lead immoral life. The truthfulness, non-stealing, chastity, and non-possessions are some other standard and the teachings that were included. He also rejected the authority of Vedas and their rituals, advocating for a life of austerity and self-discipline as a path to spiritual purification. He organized Sangh, which have both men and women, but they also believed in the asceticism and renunciation by the method of starvation, nudity, or self-torture. The organization structure and sectarian division. Mahavir organized the Jain community into a fourfold order, which compromising monks, nuns, laymen, and lay women. This inclusive approach allowed both men and women to pursue a spiritual development. Jainism later split into two parts, two major sects, that are Shvetambars and Digambars. The Shvetambars wear white clothes, while the Digambars practice nudity, symbolizing their renunciation of the worldly possessions. There were kings like Chandragupta Maurya, Kharavir of Kalinga, Gangas, Kadambas, Chalukyas, Rashtrakutas that patronized the Jainism. That's why it's flourished in many regions of India. Then Bhadrabahu and Stalbahu were the main Jain monks, and Stalbahu is the one who changed the conduct for the monks. In the last part, the historical councils. The first Jain council was held at Patliputra in the 3rd century BC, where a Jain canon was compiled. The second council took place at Vallabhi in the 5th century AD, finalizing the compilation of the Jain text known as the 12 volumes. It was by Stalbahu and it is by Devrid. So these texts serve as the foundation scriptures of Jainism, detailing its philosophy, ethics, and practices. So friends, that was an overview of Jainism and Vardhaman Mahavir contributions. I hope this information helped you in your competitive exam and deepens your understanding of these rich philosophies. In next episode, we will explore the teachings of Buddhism. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe.